Your next mission is to attack the solar-powered generator plants in the Faith Park region. These generators equal nuclear ones in output and provide about 60% of the energy for the Erusians' military-industrial complexes. Since they do not require oil or uranium supplies, we cannot stop power production by interdicting their supply lines. This deep strike mission will not only cripple the Erusians' industrial output, but also divert attention from our own imminent invasion plans.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ace Combat Distant Thunder. In today's episode we're going to be tackling Mission 7, Deep Strike. Now, we have more planes available to us in this mission. Yeah, already! Just after one mission we have another... Oh, I won't spoil it just yet, but here we go. So we have 3 new planes available to us. The F-14A Tomcat, the Tornado IDS, and the FA-18C Hornet. That's it, Hornet. They don't actually say that these 2 planes are the Hornet and the Tomcat, but what are you going to do? Anyway, so we're going to be going into the description of these planes right now. So to start things off, we have the F-14A Tomcat. Now looking at its stats, we can already see that it's very fast and has very good mobility. Stability is quite high and defense is really good as well, so you're going to be able to take quite a few hits with this plane too. Comparing it to the Mirage though, stats wise, slightly worse. It does have high defense and stability, but that loss in speed and mobility is not that great. But the main attraction to the F-14A is its weapon loadout. This is where it gets really good. We start off with 750 gun, which, wow, that is really good. An extra 50 bullets will help you in the long run. 64 missiles. That's an extra 12 missiles comparing it to the Mirage. Huge improvement there. You'll be able to take out an extra 12 targets with missiles. So if you're one to use missiles a lot, this is the plane for you. Special weapons. It has the XLAA, which stands for the Advanced Long Range Anti-Air Missile. If you don't know what that is, it basically shoots 4 missiles at once, and they all lock on to multiple targets at once, air-to-air targets. And they have a very high lock-on range, so you'll be able to fire these from huge distances. So for taking out enemies really far away, these missiles are very good, though they have very bad accuracy, so you may miss a few hits. Other than that, UGBM, we already know about that, so there's nothing I can really say on that. Price, 188,000 credits, not too bad, a fairly average price. We obtained a plane through completing mission 6. Second paint job, we complete mission 5 with an A+. And the third paint job, you have to shoot down the ace pilot, Levy. So all in all, F-14A, the main attraction is its weapon loadout. Very good plane. Looks pretty cool too. I love how its wings fold back when you go to a certain speed. Really cool. Anyway, let's move on. And next we have the Tornado IDS. Looking at its stats, we can see that it's very slow, has pretty poor air-to-air, air-to-ground is pretty good, not too bad, has very bad mobility, stability is okay, and fairly decent defense too. Comparing it to an A10, I can just say it's just a faster A10. That's weaker. As we will now find out, looking at its weaponry, we can see that it has 100 less gun compared to the A10's 850 gun, which is a huge drop if I must say, and its missiles aren't any better, it only gains 2. So you're giving up 800 bullets. You're giving up 100 bullets for 2 missiles. It's not really worth it. I'd rather have the extra gun, to be honest. And it doesn't really get any better on its special weapons, where it has the BDSP, the Bomber Dispenser, which in a nutshell basically drops bombs in a straight line. What that means is it drops little tiny bombs that may or may not hit, and it's just it's one of those luck-based weapons that just won't always work, and I don't like those kinds of weapons, so I wouldn't recommend using this. Then we have the PGB, the Precision Guided Bomb, which basically is like a UGB, only it locks on. Its blast radius isn't good, and its only purpose really is to destroy that target. And I guess it's pretty good if you're going at high speed and you just want to take out a ground target quickly. You can shoot at it, gone. Okay, but you don't get many of them, you only get 8. So personally it's not that good. Then we get to its last weapon, which is the LASM, which personally I would rather use than the Penetration Bomb. Penetration Bomb? I'm thinking Infinity here. Precision Guided Bomb, because you get more of them and it pretty much does the same job. You can run at high speed, shoot the missile, gone. So in all fairness, Tornado IDS's weapon loadout isn't great at all. It costs quite a lot too. It costs more than the A10, and I think the A10's better, and this thing costs more. Again, I don't think this plane really is worth that much, so not too good there. You obtain it through completing Mission 6, of course. Second paint job, you get through completing Mission 6 with an A+. And third paint job, you shoot down the ace pilot De Vico. Just to finish up, don't really like the Tornado IDS, it's not worth it, it's pretty much just a faster A10, only weaker. Do not recommend this, don't use it. And lastly, we have the FA-18C Hornet. Now, looking at its stats, we can see it has fairly average speed and fairly standard air-to-air and air-to-ground capabilities. Now, if you hadn't noticed already, they look fairly similar, and that we have a pink background now, because this is our first introduction to a multi-role aircraft. If you don't know what they are, they basically go for both air-to-air and air-to-ground targets. So, unlike a fighter and an attacker, which either go for air-to-air or air-to-ground, this goes for both. So, very, very good there. Continuing, it has fairly good mobility and stability too. Defense is fairly high too, so you'll be able to take a few hits. Not bad, not bad. Weapon loadout has 700 gun, very, very good there. 60 missiles, fairly average at this point in the game, so no question there. Now, special weapons, we have the UGBM, so it starts out with a very good weapon, so fairly useful. Second weapon is the LASM. We get 14 of those, and yep, fairly good weapon too. Now, its last weapon, if you remember when we were talking about the Tomcat, we saw the XLAA. This is basically the weakened version of that, the Advanced Medium Range Air-to-Air Missile. So, judging by the name, its lock-on range is slightly smaller. So, it's worse off, but still good. No issues there. Now, its price, 170,000, fairly average at this point in the game. Obtained through completing Mission 6. Second paint job we get through completing Mission 7 with an A+. And third paint job we have to shoot down I can't say the name, but anyway, so you have to shoot down that ace pilot to get its third paint job. Now, to conclude, all in all, this plane is fairly average, you know, a good start to our multi-role, so no question there, very good plane. Though I would prefer to use the Tomcat though. But if you want to use this plane, I have no question to that. It's very good. Anyway, that concludes all of this. Let's move on with the mission. Okay, so I hope that's enlightened you a bit on these three planes. And I'm actually going to buy one. I'm going to be buying the F-14A because I really like it. And it has a lot of gun, a lot of missiles, so, you know, I think that would really come in handy in this mission because we have a lot of ground targets to take out as well. Most of which weak to guns, so this plane is perfect. Anyway, let's start the mission. And with the F-14A, let's do this.
Use the solar panels as markers and proceed due north to the power plant.
Don't be predictable and heading your altitude when they close in.
Okay, so our first few targets are quite a way away, so it's going to be a while before we get over there.
Here we go. This is the real thing.
So, about this mission, I personally actually like it quite a lot. Taking out all the solar panels is quite a lot of fun, especially since they're quite large and using gun is fairly fun too.
Radar lock.
I think I'm going to take a few of these planes out actually. I don't usually go for planes, but I think it'd be a bit interesting to take some out. Anyway, if I can get behind them. F-16, all right. Next F-16. I would have thought they would have had something better by now. And yeah, I can't get behind it. Come
Check
on.
behind you.
Right.
Locked
Oh,
on.
hello, hello. Is it moving too much? Yes, it is.
Say your prayers.
There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, this guy's shooting a missile at me. Let's quickly turn around.
Missile.
Maybe I should go for that trick I did a few episodes back by just moving out a bit, going around them. So yeah, the F-14A, I really like the design of this plane. I love how when you go to a certain speed that the wings pull back. It's so awesome. One of the coolest planes ever to exist, really. I love it. It is quite... It's not very maneuverable in this plane either. Compared to the Mirage, it does feel a bit more stiff, but still, that extra gun is really tempting. Hello? Let's get behind this guy and take him out. Oh, hello. No, that's not going to hit. That's not going to hit. That's not gonna hit. Oh, I hit him with the gun.
Brake. Missile.
Brake. Missile.
Radar lock.
Radar lock. Hey! Actually, the gun did enough damage to cause at least one missile worth of damage. So, when you do use your gun and hit a plane, you may only have to use one missile afterwards. Keep that in mind, actually.
I see them.
There is something I've been meaning to talk about actually for a while now, and I haven't really gone into details about the story in this game, or stories, shall we say, but comparing them between the story we've been seeing in the anime cutscenes and the story we're playing through right now, you can tell they're two completely different perspectives, and this is one thing I really like about Ace Combat 4. Is that the stories just how that you play as Mobius 1 on the Allies side and then you see what it's like for the enemy is a really nice touch to the game, and I really like that. And you don't really see that much, to be honest, in most games, but in this game you do, and it's really nice. I mean, when we were seeing Yellow Squadron with their makeshift bunker. I mean, come on, we're talking about the Ace Squadron of the Erusian forces, and they have a little tunnel as their base. I mean, surely they deserve a bit more respect than that. But hey, that's how it is, and I just really like those small details. They're so good. And then you have Mobius 1, who has like, you know, a proper base and everything. I think Mobius 1 is very privileged, to be honest. Anyway, so I think I'm going to ignore the planes for now. I've given them enough attention already. And we're going to take down some of these solar panels. If I can position myself correctly. You want to position yourself so you're moving at them like this, so you can take out all of them in one go. Take them out with your gun too. You have to be at a certain range though, and it's kind of annoying. Come on. Alright. They're not worth much, but the majority of points are from the solar panels, so you want to take them out. Don't know why I used the missile there. And it didn't even hit the solar panel I was locked onto, which is quite funny. Alright, let's quickly turn around and shoot this last one here. And as you can see, there are a lot of these solar panels, so you're going to be here for a little bit taking these out. But they're fairly frail, so shooting them with a gun should take them out fairly quickly. Quickly position ourselves. Although gun is very effective against these solar panels, bombs are very good as well for taking out quite a large amount of them. But I find gun just a little more effective because, well, you have more of it. and I'd be using bombs and like these kinds of targets, to be
Enemy
honest.
artillery destroyed.
But still helpful. And is a missile gonna hit me? Yes, it is.
Mobius 1 hit.
But this plane has fairly good defense, so we're okay to take another couple of hits.
I've got a lock on.
I've got a lock on. I love that guy's voice. One of my favourite voice actors in this game.
Enemy facility destroyed.
I think it's Omega 11? I think that's who it is, yeah.
Mobius 1, bandit at 6 o'clock.
Actually, he was right. There is a plane that's locked on to me, so radio actually being helpful for
Enemy
once?
facility destroyed.
Since when?
Get out of there.
I mean, I guess Sky Eye can be quite helpful at some points, but usually the random chatter is just not helpful at all. It's really only there just to take the mick out of, to be honest. Which I enjoy a lot.
Yeah.
Enemy facility destroyed.
And there's a Sam shooting at me.
Sam destroyed.
We have 8 minutes left, so we have plenty of time just to, you know, chill, take out as much as we can to just get the most money as possible. Which of course is the best way to go. And there's a pillbox. I think pillboxes are 2 hits, yeah. So they're pretty much the ground equivalent to a plane, only they don't move. To be honest, 60 points, not really worth 2 missiles, but we have plenty of them.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Right, so some more solar panels in this crater, actually. Look at that. We have a Sam to the right of us. Please don't hit.
Enemy facility destroyed.
And there's a pillbox here. I would suggest approaching them from above. It'll just be a lot easier for you to do it that way.
Bandit behind you. Turn and evade. Right behind him.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Alright, so that's all of the solar panels. There's a Sam over here. I'm going to quickly take that out. Now, we have 2 targets left. Once we destroy them, that will end the mission. So, we currently have an A rank, and I'm not sure if we take down those targets that we will get an S rank. So, to be safe, I'm going to take out some planes. Hopefully this isn't too boring for you guys. There's not many anyway, so this should be alright. There's a couple quite a way away, so I'll be sure to take them out. Come on, slow down. Is that an F-15C? Ooh, hello. Alright, so we have, I think, 3 more planes left, so I'm going to quickly rush over there and take them out.
Now.
So yeah, like I was saying, so you can be quite efficient with this game if you're really, really good. And you can end up with loads of time to spare doing nothing at all. And I think it's actually a really good game to speedrun, personally. I think the fastest I've ever completed this is... I wouldn't say I'm too sure about that.
Mobius 1 destroyed the target.
Maybe I'll tell you guys another time. I can't really remember.
Attention all aircraft. Incoming from Stonehenge. Confirmed on radar. Drop below 2,000 feet and head south to exit combat area.
2,000 feet? What do they expect us to do? Go underground?
Head toward the ravine and terrain mask. Use the crevices. Get low and stay low.
What are you talking about? It's suicide to fly into that ravine.
4 rounds. ETA in 15 seconds.
So, like our
Mobius
friends
1, descend to
just
lower
said,
altitude.
we have to fly in these craters, or these canyons, and return to base.
2, 1.
If you're above these craters, this is what will happen. You will blow up. So make sure you're inside the craters. Just precision flying should get you through this quite easily.
I need some help.
So don't worry about
seconds to
anything
impact.
at all.
Halo 2, descend to a lower altitude.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
Ace Combat really likes to do this in their games, where they force you to go into these canyons and all that. It's just one of those things they always put in their games, which I really like. They're quite fun, actually.
Thanks for the save.
And once you do end up in these craters, there'll be random helicopters and planes flying around.
To impact.
So if you didn't get an S rank, here's your final chance to get it. And we're almost there to the end line. So we should be
Exiting
okay.
combat area. Maintain current course and altitude to RTP. 10 seconds to impact.
Roger that, Sky Eye. Make sure I stay below our 2,000 feet. Alright, we're almost there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Come on.
10 seconds to impact.
There we go, we did it. So from this point, you should be okay. There we go.
The mission succeeded, but the combat losses due to Stonehenge were higher than expected. Victory will elude us until it is eliminated.
Okay, so it seems that surprise attack on Stonehenge did have a big effect on us. Or, not on us, but our other members of the Air Force, sadly. However, we are okay, and that is all that matters. Okay, so that mission went actually really well. Got an S rank, of course. And yeah, let's move on, shall we?
At some point I realized my uncle, my would-be guardian, had vanished. Maybe the secret police dragged him off for some drunken comment he made. Maybe he chose to disappear. I didn't have anyone to turn to, so I found myself living as if I were a member of the Yellow Squadron. Everybody in town scorned the barkeep for doing business with the enemy. In reality, he and his family were members of the Resistance, gathering up intelligence information from enemy customers. His daughter protected me, but that was only because of my tender age. The barkeep and his family were the real heroes, while I, on the other hand, found a haven among the enemy.